This is Daniel Chu, aka Chewbacca, and today is the first day of kind of a new adventure. So I'm recording this video. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. Not sure if I'm going to post it to YouTube or just keep it for myself for posterity. Editing YouTube videos is a lot of work, as I learned last time I did a set of 30 videos. But I am on my way right now to San Francisco, which is actually a connection through to Kunming, China, which is ultimately a connection through to Chiang Mai, Thailand. So this is a really long ass journey. It's gonna be, that's my plane back there. But it's gonna be like 40 hours, something like that. I think I have some insane layover in China, something like 14 hours or something. I actually got myself a room. Yeah, today is the beginning of something new. I've been living at home for like 6 months after quitting my job to be a self-employed individual, and leaving home, actually, surprisingly for me, has been a very, very bittersweet moment. Kind of like leaving for college all over again. You know, sort of like you get used to seeing your parents all the time. That suddenly all just evaporates. But yeah, so today's the beginning of another adventure, and I am traveling with an insane amount of luggage this time. I used to be kind of like a traveling consultant kind of thing, so I got very used to traveling very light. I usually have like an underpacked backpack and like a small carry-on bag, and like literally everything I ever could possibly need fit in those things. And, today I have a completely overstuffed like 18-pound backpack, which I'm like very grateful no one bothered to weigh, because I'm pretty sure they would never let me on a plane with such a heavy carry-on. And a ukulele, actually. I got a ukulele for Christmas, and it's really fun to play, so I thought I'd bring it with me abroad. I'm going into the cargo hold of this plane. It's a friggin' 51 and a half pound suitcase, massive suitcase. Like, I kind of swore to myself I would never use one of these so large suitcases, but you know, you're going somewhere for an extended period of time. It's just sort of like you have these anxieties about whether or not you need things. So I ended up filling that thing to the brim with, actually, surprisingly, I have 6 pairs of shoes in there. In my defense, one of those is actually not mine, it's for a friend. But 6 pairs of shoes, a whole bunch of clothes, actually a bunch of like physical therapy gear, because I'm planning on running while I'm out, and hurt myself, want to make sure I can recover things. But yeah, so I'm headed to Chiang Mai, Thailand for a month, and after that I'll be in Vietnam for a month, in Ho Chi Minh City, and after that I will be in Penang, Malaysia. And I think it'd just be fun to sort of like keep some kind of record of my adventure here. So I guess I'm recording videos for that. Maybe I'll cut them together or something at some point. Who knows? But if I look terrible, it's because I'm tired. I'm really freaking tired. And it's only going to get worse, because I basically have to sleep on a plane for the next 40 hours. So screw me. But yeah. Okay, I've decided I'm just going to do these in like short, succinct clips, and I'll like maybe stitch a couple of them together at some point. I don't really know, but I just got to my hotel in Kunming, which is in the Yunnan province of China. It's a connection, a layover on my way to Chiang Mai. Right now it's probably about, yeah, honestly I have no sense of time anymore, but I think it's like something like 26 hours since my sitting down and recording the last video.
I'm really tired. I kept thinking I was going to adjust to the time zone before I left by like sleeping later, and then on the plane I was like, I'll just like stay awake until it's time to like sleep in the right time zone, and basically none of that worked, and I'm just kind of fucked now. But I have like yeah, about almost 12 hours of layover here in Kunming. So I booked myself a room. It's not exactly a five-star hotel. Um, it's actually the bathroom is hilarious. And it's just like coming from the U.S., just not what you expect. But basically the bathroom here, it's a single room, the shower. You got one of those squat toilets, which I'm going to be used to again. But the toilet is actually the drain of the shower as well, which I find very amusing. It's very economical. But yeah, it's been an adventure getting here so far. I landed and I knew this place had a free airport shuttle, but I couldn't find it. So I called someone on the phone, and my first question when I speak Chinese, my first question is, "Do you speak English?" Because my Chinese is not great. But unfortunately for me, they didn't speak English, and I had to kind of muddle through it. So we figured out where to meet, and like I'm here. Kind of a weird experience, honestly, driving through the night in China through these like random alleyways in like a van, and just like kind of having like zero context and awareness for what's going on. You just feel very vulnerable. Honestly, kind of feels a little unsafe. You're just like, what if these people just kidnap me? Like, what could I even do? Like, I frankly, I don't even know the emergency number in China, right? Like, I don't know who to call. But it worked out. I got here. This place is unfortunately on the third floor of this dinky little hotel, which means that my 50-pound suitcase did not make it up the stairs. I left it down the desk. I was kind of hoping that there'd be a bath here, because my little sister got me these like bath salts for my birthday, and it's like all this superstition behind it. It's supposed to bring good luck, fortune, and love and romance and other things. It's like the Japanese equivalent of like Aphrodite, like that goddess, like bath salts. I don't know. My sister got that for me for my birthday, and I've been meaning to like do that. I should have done it before I left. I know I'm not gonna have a bathtub in Thailand, but yeah, this is the furthest thing from a bathtub. Unless you count that little toilet bowl as the bathtub, but I'm not exactly about to climb in there and throw bath salts in there. So anyway, I'm pretty tired, even though, well, I don't know, my body's just confused. Really don't know. I have about like 7 hours that I get to sleep before I have to get out of here and get to the airport again. And I'm just kind of generally relieved to have a bed after all of that plane travel. And kind of regretting the sort of budget ticket I have, which has resulted in a 40+ hour transit time. But anyway, I'm going to pass out now. One other fun little thing I thought that it would be worth mentioning. So I'm packed to go to Thailand, and then Vietnam and Malaysia, and these are all very like tropical-ish Southeast Asian countries. It's like 70 degrees in Thailand, so like I'm basically expecting to just kind of wear shorts every day. So I didn't pack cold weather clothing with the expectation that I'm not going to be anywhere cold for the next 3 months. Did not realize, turns out my connections in China, it is -5 friggin' centigrade right now in China. It's below freezing in this region of China. Yeah, I'm freezing my nipples off. But anyway, that was fun. So let this be a lesson to all wary travelers that you should really think about where you're connecting, and probably always just bring a warm jacket with you just in case. Don't beat me. So I woke up not too long ago. This is the view from my room in Kunming. It's honestly kind of bleak. Whoa. Now it's focusing on the wrong thing. But yeah, it looks very smoggy. And actually, earlier, if you look really closely, you could see it's actually snowing just a little bit, which for me and my San Diegan sensibilities is terrifying. I don't do well in the cold. But Yeah, I was thinking that I might try to go for some kind of adventure today before my flight, but I'm looking outside, I'm realizing that A, it doesn't look that nice out there, but B, I'm actually also like quite a ways from the city center. So it looks like the airport in Kunming is like 30, 45 minutes away from the city center. So was gonna get lunch, but seems like that's a no-go since my shuttle back to the airport is at noon and it's like 10 o'clock now. But yeah, that's China for you. Actually, as I got off my plane, as I deplaned for my connection, I stopped in Qingdao and in Kunming, and in both places, Qingdao especially, actually, you got off the plane, you could immediately smell. It kind of smelled like fish, and there was also this sort of husky, smoggy smell. So you could actually you could tell there's a lot of pollution, and the same when you walked outside the airport in Kunming, you could immediately feel this sort of like there's something more going on in this air. And it's a little concerning, a little alarming. I've experienced that before. I spent like a month in Beijing in high school, and it was kind of similar. But just goes to show, we take small things for granted. I definitely miss breathing clean air, and I'm grateful that I'm not sticking around this part of China for very long. So onward.
Hey, Chewbacca here. Today is February 4th. It's like almost 10 a.m. in Thailand. You can see it's a wonderfully beautiful day outside. And this is my new room. I moved into this place with a couple of friends of mine, Richard and Kat, who are both awesome. And we had this pretty nice looking apartment for a very small amount of money. And it's funny because Richard and Kat have been telling me that basically they've been meeting other people, other expats here, and the amount of money that we're paying for this place, they're like, wow, you're balling out. They're like really balling out. But I'm paying $310 US for the entire month for this place, and I'll do a little walk around before I sign off. But it's a serviced apartment, which means that like literally someone comes and like will change my sheets for me and my towel and all that jazz, which is not something I've ever experienced outside of a hotel setting. So that will be very interesting. But it's like dirt cheap. So it's funny for me because I get a lot of friends asking me like how I'm doing and like where I'm going and like why I'm traveling, and sometimes when I tell people that I'm traveling, they like immediately jump to this conclusion that like everything I've ever tried to do is like come to fruition and I'm financially successful and that like my like software products are like flying off the shelves or something. And the truth is, and like part of the original thesis for doing this is that actually there are a lot of places in the world that are cheaper to live than the United States, or at least certain parts of the United States. And if you come from San Francisco, Bay Area, like I did, most places feel a lot cheaper. But $310 US in rent a month is like less than a fifth of my previous rent back when I lived in the Bay Area. And this place is pretty nice. Like I'm very happy. We've got air conditioning. We have a TV. We've got a nice little living room. Let me do a quick walk around. So yeah, in case it was hard to see, this is my room. It's not huge, but it's honestly not small. And having just unpacked, like I really don't have that much stuff. So this is pretty great actually. Like I really can't complain. There's a lot of closet space too. It's like, why not? This is pretty, I need more hangers. But then my roommates are sleeping, so I have to kind of like be quiet. But this is the living room and the kitchen, and there's not that much stocked in terms of like things to use for cooking in here. I checked yesterday. There's like a couple of bowls. We have like 2 pans, like a wok and like a small pan basically. So we probably won't be doing much cooking. That's okay. Because yesterday, this is the bathroom. Like pretty nice. Concrete walls, but actually kind of has a nice aesthetic. I have a real toilet now, as opposed to Kunming, and toilet paper, which I did not have in Kunming. That was not comfortable. But yeah, let's go back. So anyway, I was saying that we probably won't do much cooking here anyway because so Richard and Kat took me out last night to the old city, down by one of the gates of the old city in Chiang Mai, and we went to this little night market, and the food was amazing. Firstly, like, oh my god, and I felt right at home. It actually felt a lot like the night markets in Taiwan, in Taipei, which is like one of my favorite places to go for food in the world. It's just like so much fun. It's this bustling crowd. It's like all these little vendors just kind of selling you all these, like making, grilling meat on the street and just doing all these delicious things like in plain sight. It's just kind of like this mini festival of food, and I love it. But the like, I think we had like it's hard to say like it's a 6-course meal. But we went and had like 4 or 6 different things from different places. We like sat down, we enjoyed it, and the average price for the things that we paid was probably 40 Thai baht, which is about $1. So we had like honestly a very filling meal. I got to try a lot of different things, and it was like maybe $5 US, and like I got the sense that like we splurged yesterday, which is also really cool. So like there's honestly like probably very little economic incentive to cook here anyway, so it's fine. There's no cookware, but yeah, actually I'm really excited to like see like a supermarket or like a market here. So maybe I'll like hold that thought and we'll see. Like cooking is a lot of work, but there could be some really cool ingredients for like really cheap this market or whatever. But anyway, I'm getting settled in today. Today is the second day of my like grand, I guess, digital nomad adventure here. Just kind of getting used to the fact that I'm no longer in San Diego, which is weird. Although the climate here feels a lot like San Diego. It's like yesterday at night, like 8 p.m. I went out in like a t-shirt and shorts. It's like 80 degrees, which was actually really comfortable. Just like very, very comfortable. So yeah, I mean like, well, I have so much to say today, so this is a little longer. But anyway, my first impressions of Chiang Mai are pretty good, pretty positive overall. It's I mean it's like from the outside looks a little less developed than other places in the world, like the U.S. for example. But like the vibe here is much nicer than, for example, it was in China in my like brief stopovers in China, where I was like, I was gonna go outside, but I'm not gonna go outside because it looks awful out there. Also, it's terribly cold. But here, you get kind of like a down to earth feeling. It's like, yeah, I mean, like it's definitely not like the most developed country in the world, but it's also not so bad. Like kind of like decent-ish for Southeast Asia, where Singapore would probably be like your most advanced, crazy advanced and crazy clean Southeast Asian city, whereas like Chiang Mai is like kind of what I generally would expect in Southeast Asia. One of the first things I noticed when I jumped off the plane and I walked outside the airport, there is some air pollution here. So there's some concern actually, like as the month of February progresses. There's this thing called the burning season, where the farmers around the area, the rural areas not far from Chiang Mai, decide to burn their fields. And it causes a lot of smoke and pollution. So actually, like the first thing I noticed when I got off the plane was that it smells a little like how it smells in San Diego when there's like there are wildfires going on. It smells a little like there's like kind of an ashy smell to the air. some of that's probably a little bit of pollution from the fields or whatever. Air quality isn't like totally amazing, so I have to be kind of careful about that as a runner. I don't want to be, taxing my lungs overly much doing that. But yeah, I mean, it's like a little bit hazy. Overall, though, I don't think I'm gonna have too many problems. I'll have to see how that goes over the course of the month. But yeah. So anyway, today is all about just getting settled in. I have unpacked. It actually was really easy unpacking because I just don't have that much stuff. There's only so much you can fit in like a 50-pound suitcase. And I think I'm probably going to find out as I meet people that I'm crazy to have brought that much, but I'm comfortable with it. It's okay. I'm gonna basically like walk around the town and like try to figure out like what's close to me, what's here. Like maybe go buy something from the convenience store. 'Cause I need like sunscreen and body wash, things like that. I'm gonna actually try to get like half a day of work in today because I have a deadline coming up for a consulting project I'm working on, and I kind of want to see what it's like to work here in Thailand in one of the coffee shops anyway. Richard and Kat have some really awesome recommendations that I'm hoping to check out a little later today, and yeah, kind of just getting my bearings today, seeing if just kind of trying it all on for size and seeing how it feels. But overall, I'm feeling really excited. This is cool. This is a real adventure. This is way outside normal, and it feels great. So, anyway, I'll probably have a couple clips here and there today. I know this is already longer, but yeah, there's so many things that I'm seeing and experiencing right now that I kind of want to share. So, anyway. I kind of picked sort of a hole in the wall for lunch today. Just kind of figured the more local looks, maybe the better the food is, or the more likely I am to get traveler's diarrhea. One of the two. But it was good. So I thought I ordered pad see ew, but apparently I don't know what I'm doing. Looks good anyway.